Nerds, anime watchers, furries, and has-been hotel fans. What do all these have in common? They are all used as examples in this battle on the internet proving who's a degenerate and who isn't. Now, I don't have a problem with most of the people in these communities since I myself have been a part of them. However, even though some of these people are fine, well, others are definitely something.
You can't keep getting away with it!
And this video is going to be me having a discussion about what counts as a degenerate and what just counts as a casual fan. Anyway, please feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be posting animations and topics I feel like covering, so let's get into this. A degenerate on Urban Dictionary is someone who is a disgrace to society, a consumer but not a producer, a taker but not a giver. Someone who has declined in morals and spends most of his/her time partying or having sex and drinking heavily. So, overall, a pretty shitty person to be around, but after being on the internet for too many years, I've seen things I wish I never did. Most people linked with this word that I have seen out in the wild have anime profile pictures and have hour-long fights over if this character fought this character, who would win? When what they should be doing is showering. Now, if it seems like I'm being snarky for someone who posts animations, you would be right, but most anime fans are like you and me. They just keep their opinions to themselves instead of posting memes about how horny they are, which does happen, unfortunately. Anyway, for the last couple of days I've done some research on what platforms people use to fuel these thoughts, and one of the main ones is character AI. I'm going to call it C.AI to make things easier. C.AI is a chatbot system where people can make their own AI to talk to. Sounds simple, but a lot of the time people ERP with them. What is ERP, you ask? You poor innocent soul. ERP is a term meaning erotic roleplay and basically means sex, but over the internet. And a lot of people do it on VR chat, which I will cover eventually because I have a lot to say on that topic. Since AI can be used for anything, some people use them for this, which is why chats like this and this exist. But also, some people use them because social anxiety and talking to someone that isn't real and won't judge them is completely comforting, which that's understandable in my opinion. Us as humans overthink a lot of things we do and say, so I can see why people do this. As you can see, there are a lot of reasons why someone would use a platform like this. But my favourite is trolling, which I'll just show you what it looks like.
Hi, my name is Nora. It looks like today we have to work together in class.
Hey, are you okay? You look hurt.
Nora didn't expect you to talk to her, so shyly she nods her head in agreement while looking away.
Who hurt you? I look at her lovingly.
Nora is somewhat surprised by your loving gaze and answers a minute later. In a low voice, the other kids.
Point to them.
Nida slightly trembles but ends up raising her hand and points discreetly to 6 people in the back.
I stand up and walk over to the 6 kids.
The 6 kids smile arrogantly looking at you, as if they were waiting for you. What do you want, newbie? One of them asks you in a mocking tone.
Did you bully her?
The 6 kids laugh when asked that question. Of course. Who would like to hang out with such a pathetic girl?
I high-five them all. Thank you. I have been hoping someone would see how much of a loser she is.
They all look at you surprised by your attitude, and then they all start laughing. Of course, I can't imagine wanting to hang out with such a sad and loser girl. You should see her face all the time.
Exactly. I walk back over to her with the 6 others and laugh in her face.
Nora tries to hold back her tears, but it's impossible. She looks down, trying to hide her face. Her classmates around her start laughing at her for crying.
Suddenly they all chant round her desk. Snitch. Snitch. Snitch.
The rest of the class joins you in the chant and Nora is completely humiliated. She tries to hold back her tears and cover her face by hunching over and burying her head in her own arms on her desk.
Your dad is so fat you're Monday jealous.
Homelander has reached breaking point. You just don't learn, do you? I told you to stop with the damn Joels multiple times, but you can't get it into your head. Why can't you keep your mouth shut and listen when I tell you to?
Your dad is so stupid. Your mom gave herself lobotomy so she can't speak like him.
That is it. I told you so damn many times to stop. I was trying to be nice by giving you chances, but you ruined and they're all gone. I give up telling you nice. I told you there would be consequences, and now you will face them.
Here am I.
There's another platform that is similar to this called Ao3, which is sort of a fanfiction website that has a system called tags, where you can find a certain story you like. Here's some of my favourite tags. So yeah, interesting place. But once again, not all of the website is bad, since there are a lot of stories about what would happen after a show, or what if this character met this character, so not all of the system's bad. There's a common theme between these two websites, the side of insanity and the side that is casual use, which in unfortunate cases, the not so good users are the most mainstream, making it so if you tell someone, hey, I use character AI, they will most likely respond with, which is the main reason why most fandoms get a bad reputation and get called terms like degenerates and chronically online. For shows like Has Been Hotel, if you say you're a fan of it, people will assume you're like a big sex pest, because that's the side that's the most open about their love for the show.
You really are one of the most disgusting humans I've ever met.
Once when I played VR chat, someone had a normal avatar, and they're having a conversation, but when they changed into a Has Been Hotel avatar, people on the server went after them, which who knows how often that happens. There's a reason people act so negatively to certain fandoms, and since I've had my fair share of them, I'm going to talk about some fandom incidents. My Hero Academia. A show about a boy getting powers and going to a school with other students with powers, except there was a video floating around the internet of a character called Bakugo, who's the rival of the main character, getting period blood poured on a poster of him, and that video was just posted on the internet for everyone to see. And if you think that's bad, the exact same thing happened in 2024 with Has Been Hotel with a cutout of a character called Vox. So the internet really didn't learn anything from that.
And take a swan dive off the roof of the building.
Ed's World. Ed's World is a show about a group of friends based on the creator's real-life friends going on adventures. Sounds simple, but keep in mind these characters are based on real people. Some fans of the show harassed one of the main characters called Tord so bad he quit the show and left the internet fully, and still hasn't come back. And when the show's creator Ed died, someone else who worked on the show called Tom took over, and everyone harassed him too, making him quit, saying he was taking advantage of his friend's death, when he wasn't doing that since he didn't make any money off the show. That all happened in 2012 and 2014, and yet it's 2024, and yet a new creator called Matt has taken it over, and he's still getting the same messages. So, once again, the internet didn't learn anything from that. Homestuck. An online comic about trolls.
I want everything about my house off the internet! I'll send in detectives, I'll send in police, I'll send in everything in my power!
Sorry, I don't really have much to say on this because I personally never read it, but it sounds pretty simple. But a certain cosplayer filled a whole bathtub with Sharpie, staining their skin and the room to look like a character. Pretty dedicated if you ask me, but some people aren't a big fan of that. Like I said before, these are all one-off things that spread around so much that these are the only things the fandom is remembered for. But if you look around, most fans just want to enjoy the show without being reminded these situations. But there will always be someone there to remind them a time the Voltron fan gave one of the people on the show a cookie with needles in it because his ship wasn't canon. The whole point of this video is just me saying, if it's not hurting anyone, let people enjoy what they want to. If people want to do 10-hour-long research just so they can watch one Marvel movie, let them. Because at the end of the day, everyone needs something to keep their mind off of the constant reminder that death is inevitable, so have fun, it's not my life. Thanks for watching.